What is going on, everybody? We are here. We're live for Sports Wars Sunday on NFL Sunday. And there is the notification that the stream just went live. So good to know we're live on YouTube. But yes, NFL Sunday, week 1, a slate full of games, NFL Red Zone with very limited commercials, apparently.
Right.
And we're ready to rock and roll.
They kind of came out and clarified it. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
They did very much come out and clarify because all the backlash they got. I think the messaging was very bad with how they rolled that out.
Yeah.
Because what they're doing compared to what everybody guessed about what they could be doing after they just slid that in there and mentioned it, vastly different. But the backlash, they certainly try to get out in front of that. But before we get into all the stories today, we got a lot of NFL to talk about, obviously, but got some other stuff as well. Beardo, how you doing, man?
It's good to be here, man. Week 1, the New York Football Giants and the Redskins, NFC East smash mouth football, and repeal the 19th Amendment.
Well, you could say that every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day. But yes, absolutely. John Matrix from Black and White Sports. What's going on, man?
Good, man. Good. I really wish the NFL would actually start games on Sunday. I mean, it started on Thursday. Oh, that wasn't good enough. It started on Friday. Oh, that's not good enough. But Sunday is when the season really starts.
Don't be one of those people. Don't.
It's
John, you're only saying that because the Cowboys fucking dropped the fucking L on Thursday. Although Dak looked good.
I got to be honest.
Dak did look good.
I am perfectly happy with the NFL taking over as many days as they possibly can, especially now that they're doing Thanksgiving and a Black Friday game. And then when you get to Saturdays, like late in the season, they start putting games on. I'm perfectly okay with it because the more days with football, NFL football in them, I am good with it. But yeah, the Friday one I think is new. I think the Friday one is new.
That was new this year. Yeah, that was for YouTube.
Yeah,
they can't do that next year because of the some law from like the 40s or something like that, where it's too late in the season. When the season starts next year, it's too late, so it conflicts with high school and college football. So they're not allowed to play on Fridays, starting like the first weekend of September. It's like September 7th or something like that, which it falls next year. So they can't do an international game next year. Little trivia for you guys.
So stupid. International games in general, I know we're only going to get more of them because it has been effective for the NFL growing their audience overseas and stuff. But I know the players fucking hate him because they lose out on a home game, the lengthy travel, like all that stuff. But I fucking don't like them either. Put them in a normal stadiums where you see the real fans, not these fucking weirdos that like everybody's wearing a different damn jersey out there. You got like Ben Roethlisberger and Joe Montana jerseys, like for teams that have nothing to do with these people. Like,
yeah. People out there wearing Rex Grossman jerseys in England when it's fucking
nobody should be wearing one of those.
What's crazy about that law is What's crazy about that law is it says you can't broadcast on those days, but if you give it exclusively to YouTube, then isn't that a workaround? Couldn't you still do an international game? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but we'll see what the NFL does with it. But right now, they're not planning on doing one next year.
Yeah, we'll see. And we got Will from Game On. What's up, Will?
Not much. Had a good stream this morning. Felt good to get the Wise Guy Roundtable going. We had Beardo on there, and we went a couple of hours. It was fun. Ready to talk some football.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah. Let's catch up with some of these chats, and then we'll get right into it. We're going to talk about kind of the general sports stories that are out there before we dive deep into the NFL stuff. McCock with 50 gifted memberships.
Let's go.
Thank you, McCock. That is huge.
Oh, yeah.
50 bomb.
You love to see it.
And then he says, Beardo, stop kissing dudes. People think you're gay.
Noted.
Alex McCarthy for 2. Clemson 1. Meta PC code RK Outpost or Beardo.
Thank you, Alex.
Yep, mostly kind of lame matchups for the most part in college football this weekend. Obviously, Michigan, Oklahoma was a big matchup, and man, Michigan struggled to move the ball. They really did with their true freshman quarterback. They struggled to move the ball against a very good defense, certainly. Mississippi State came away with an upset against Arizona State. at Mississippi State after the Arizona State head coach had been talking shit about going there and where they had to have their hotels and all of that. They come up with a not last second, but the last 30 seconds, like a 60-yard touchdown to seal the upset. But Mississippi State storming the fucking field and pulling down the goddamn field goal posts and all that stuff for beating the 12th ranked team in the country that has like nothing to do with you, not a rival, nothing like that. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Everybody wants to do it so they can like put it on TikTok and stuff. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You bitter old man, okay? Reserve that for real shit.
How do you feel about Florida State storming against Alabama last week?
That's fucking wild too. You're Florida
State.
Yeah.
Just because you sucked last year, like that doesn't mean that you're not like you're still Florida State, bros.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And Alabama ain't Alabama. This ain't Saban's Alabama. You did it against.
I mean, it was a huge win for them. There's no doubt about that. But man, I'm so sick of this shit. It used to be special. It ain't special no mo. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Angel Reese has turned into Devil Reese, says Connor. Well, she always was. Why is Will the only one wearing his jersey, Ryan? You know what, Chris? I've got it right over here. I'll put the jersey on.
Fuck. All right, I'll be right back.
I'll put the jersey on.
Oh, shit. I'll wait for Ryan to come back.
My dad jersey's in my closet.
In the trash?
No, in the closet. They don't deserve. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to that super chat too. We'll talk about that. That came through.
Yeah, right here, American Man with the 5. My Cowboys did better than I expected, even with the new coaching staff. I wasn't expecting them to win, but I was encouraged for the season. Happy NFL Sunday.
Wow. The Cowboys still lost. They have not. When's the last time the Cowboys won a big game?
Never.
Good point.
Yeah.
You're celebrating them.
A long time.
Oh, they look better. No, this is the Cowboys, man.
So
this is how
I do think they looked. They looked better than I expected them to look.
They still fucking lost.
100%. I was impressed with the Cowboys. I thought their run game was good. I think Dak
that
looked
defense stinked.
Well, you're going
against
because
you got Matt Eberflus,
and you're also going against that high-powered Eagles offense. You know, but
I love that. I love that energy, John. Though I love it as a fan.
You know who lost you the game, John?
That standard.
CeeDee Lamb lost you the game.
CeeDee Lamb, big numbers, a lot of drops.
That is like CeeDee Lamb probably gave us the worst like 10 catch, 120 yard, 1 touchdown performance we've ever seen because of the drops and when they happen and how egregious they were. And look, Dak did exactly what he needed to do for them to win the game. CeeDee Lamb let them down. Like no other question. However, I will say that I think that most people expected this game, including Will, who bet on it. Like most people expected the Eagles at home, new coaching staff, all this stuff, just losing Michael Parsons. I think everybody expected the Eagles to roll them, and they did not at all.
Well, I'm not going to hold it on one player, but not having Jaylen Carter out there was clearly impacted it because they were able to do a little bit more than in Dak being less pressured. We saw when he was pressured in the game, it wasn't good. But
I wasn't expecting the Cowboys to get blown out. I just expect them to lose because the Cowboys are a losing organization. They're not serious.
Well, I also expect that Eagles defense I did not expect to be that bad. Their offense looked just fine. You can't. I mean, we also had that hour lightning delay, and then you tack on the Eagles' offense. Got that fumble. It looked like they were about to have all that momentum, and they hadn't taken a snap in the second half yet. So that not only the hour delay, but then the halftime delay. So I mean, it had been at least an hour and a half since they've been out there. So, and you saw a second half, both offenses couldn't do anything. So it was a weird game. Weird. I mean, that's gambling for you.
I don't want to hear anything from my Cowboys fans in the chat. Oh yeah, we look good. I mean. Temper your expectations. They will disappoint you in the end.
Yeah, there was only one of us, I think, on the stream that picked the Chargers. By the way,
yeah, that was you.
You're right.
And we'll talk about that game in a second. I do, since we brought it up anyway, we might as well get into this. This spit heard around the world happened And Thursday night football, the first game, defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, they get their rings, they do all this stuff, playing against their rivals, the Dallas Cowboys. And before one single snap, Jaylen Carter spits on Dak Prescott. This was wild because of all the attention that's paid on the game and how it impacted everything. But before a snap is taken, this is what Jaylen Carter does. Just hawks a loogie right on Dak Prescott. Not only gets a penalty, but is tossed from the fucking game. Now, obviously, once people started looking at more angles and all these different replays, you see it's not just as simple as Jaylen Carter went up and spit on him. Jaylen Carter did. He was on their side of the line of scrimmage for some reason while they were waiting for an injury timeout. Maybe he's talking a little bit. I don't know why he's that close to the huddle. Dak kind of walks up, passes offensive lineman, and Dak spits. Now, Dak spits towards the ground. Let's make that very clear. He spits at the ground.
Chris, that other angle showed us that the umpire is looking back towards the Cowboys huddle.
And they make eye contact.
What a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, in my opinion, Ryan, he is just to blame as Jaylen Carter. What a fucking piece of shit Dak Prescott is. He should be fined. He should have been ejected from the game, too. If you're going to eject Jaylen Carter, you eject Dak Prescott. And since they didn't, fine him $50,000. This guy is a scumbag.
Stop. First of all, people try to provoke each other all the time on the football field, right? Whether you're going a little too hard on a block and then the other guy fucking loses his mind and swings on you and all of that shit. It is part of the game to rile up people. Jaylen Carter walked towards their huddle on their side of their ball for no fucking reason other than to try to rile them up. Dak spits on the ground and says, "Hey, what are you doing over here?" That is not the same thing as Jaylen Carter spitting on
Dak
him.
Dak did not
spit on anybody.
He didn't spit at him.
I believe Dak instigated it.
Well, he did spit at him. He didn't spit on him. Dak did instigate it.
I don't think that anything's going to happen to Dak, though, because technically he didn't break any rules.
He should be thrown out of the league.
Well,
oh god.
Wow. Well, and it's always whoever retaliates too in the NFL. So
I mean, he spit directly on Dak.
Yeah, exactly. Like, there is a huge difference in what they did.
Yeah,
this is what I will say. I don't think that Jaylen Carter should have been ejected. I think it should have just been a normal fucking flag. Now, the NFL, the thing is, the NFL's taking all this sportsmanship shit so seriously this year. You can't stand over a guy and flex on him. You can't do these little things. They're taking it very fucking seriously.
They call unsportsmanlike on the Eagles because the guy flexed on the Cowboys.
Yeah, that was
let him have fun. That's
well,
fun to see them do
you
that.
can go run down to the end zone and do a tush push. You know what I mean? It's like
so. The rules surrounding the flex are, you can get up, you can make a big hit, and then like as you're walking away, flex and celebrate. They don't want people standing over and taunting as they're flexing.
I want them taunting. That's good television.
I'm totally good with it too. I don't care about sportsmanship. But there is now serious questions as to whether Jaylen Carter, not only after being kicked out of the game, might be suspended. There's definitely probably going to be a fine.
This is crazy.
So technically, it'd be a 2-game suspension because he didn't play in the first one.
I would be shocked, honestly, if there was a suspension for Jaylen Carter. I think it'll just be a big fine. But these are legitimate things that are happening while the NFL is so focused on sportsmanship. But there's no question about it. Jaylen Carter is a fucking retard. He is an absolute fucking retard for falling for, even if you want to say Dak instigated him, for spitting on him in front of the fucking referee before a snap has happened. You are a retard. Like you just can't let it happen, especially when you're as important to your defense as he is to his.
If he gets suspended, Dak should be suspended for equal amount of games.
That's so stupid, Beardo. Like, that's wild.
It's not going to happen.
He shouldn't be suspended. He shouldn't have thrown out of the game. I think Ryan and I were the only ones, not only on the stream we were doing that night, but I saw on the internet, in my chat itself, my chat said, yeah, he should have been kicked out of the game. I thought it was ridiculous that he got kicked out of the game. I mean, you had a guy later in that first quarter trying to rip a helmet off another guy, and that was just a penalty. You know what I mean?
And by the way, that penalty wasn't even called on that guy. The Cowboys got the penalty when an
the Cowboys guy
was
trying to
was
rip his
wrenching
helmet off too.
hat off his thing or helmet
Mhm.
off.
It was two
It's always
penalties. Two
retaliation.
penalties on the Cowboys. It was kickoff, I believe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like this is NFL. It's violent, and you're gonna kick a guy out. I mean, give him the 15-yard penalty. Yeah, that was stupid, but kick him out of the whole game for spitting. It wasn't like he sacked him, stood over him, spit in his face or something. You know?
Yeah.
I think that I would have expected. Now, we do know if you throw a punch, it is supposed to be an immediate ejection, right? They do have those 2 unsportsmanlike penalties.
Well, unless you're the Chargers player, he didn't get
exactly.
Yeah, he sucker punched Kelsey, man.
He smacked
Kelsey.
Nothing happened to him. But maybe there is. Maybe we don't know. Maybe there is some specific thing about spitting. But to me, I was shocked that ended up being not just a 15-yard penalty, but a ejection from the game.
No warning.
You know what I love about all this was the Hawk Tua memes. We brought the Hawk Tua back.
Yeah, true.
Spit on that thing. Spit on Dak. And then Dak went on to play very well, to be honest.
You guys know I'm trolling a little bit, right?
I know a little.
Okay.
With that jersey?
Fuck you, Will. Hey, 2 times in 5 years, Will. 2 times in 5 years. Just remember that. I know.
Are you still? Yeah,
that's
right.
Super Bowl
Giants,
Super Bowl
Patriots.
wins. Giants, Patriots. 2 times in 5 years. I know you don't.
We thought you were talking about the amount of times you've had sex.
Well, that might be true too.
Held Minister of Belgium for 199. Fly, Eagles, fly. Thank you. Mike Hill, Bill Belichick doesn't want anyone from the Patriots scouting players from North Carolina. That's a crazy story.
He
Did you guys see
confirmed that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Such a Belichick thing to do.
Bill Belichick, the opening night for North Carolina against TCU was an unmitigated disaster. They got dog walked. They got embarrassed. But I think that what's more embarrassing is just the overall status of Bill Belichick and how petty he's being and how strange he's being with all this stuff. And a story came out that New England Patriots scouts are not able to go to North Carolina to watch people play. Belichick not only acknowledged that, he's like, yeah, well, it's clear I'm not welcome at their facility, so they're not welcome at ours. I don't think he understands what he's saying. So if you are on my team, if I have recruited you to come to North Carolina because I promise, hey, we can develop you, we can get you here, we can get you in the NFL, and you are already saying, hey, one of those teams out there, don't even think about it. We're not even going to let them come and watch you. As a player, I would not want to go to that school. Now, it's only one of 32 teams. Like, we understand, blah, blah, blah. But that little petty shit, I think that's why this Bill Belichick thing is just not going to work. It's just
I don't know why he says that. I don't know why he says that, because Robert Kraft just last week came out and said, when Belichick's done, we're going to put a statue next to Brady. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I bet you if Belichick wanted to go, I don't know why he would, but if he wanted to go to the Patriot facility, I don't think they'd kick him out.
I think he's mad at Robert Kraft because of what Kraft said about, we took a risk on him.
Dude,
that's what it was. It was
they did, though.
Kraft said, we took a risk hiring him. Yeah.
Kraft was about to fire Belichick until Drew Bledsoe went down and Tom Brady came in, and then the rest is history.
If Belichick wanted to go to the Patriots facility, they'd roll out the red carpet for him. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I've got the clip right here so we can actually show this. And again, this is after reports came out that this was potentially the case. And here's Belichick speaking about that. It's just a short little clip.
On that, provide some sort of explanation on that.
Yeah, well, no, it's clear that I'm not welcome there around their facility, and so they're not welcome in ours. Pretty simple.
And I just think that from a player perspective, if you now have a coach who's willing to get in spats and stuff like this and not allow people to come scout me, I'm out, bro. Like I am out. Because that's next level shit. These are guys that are trying to make it in the league.
You could be jeopardizing somebody's future. It's hard to get these jobs in the NFL. It's hard to make a team unless you're like elite. But if you're on that bubble, hey, that Patriots team may actually want you, but hey, we can't see you.
Maybe he's trying to save the players, though. I mean, who wants to go to the Pats, right?
I agree, but yeah. Pissing Penguins for $10. Thanks, Pissing Penguins.
Says nothing.
Doesn't say a damn thing. Rhombosaurus. Thank you. Member for a month. Dak should be punished and traded to the Giants, says Ken Hagen.
No, I'm good.
Beardo would melt.
I'm chilling.
Metal Slave with 50 gifted memberships.
Let's
That's
go.
the second 50 bomb of the day. Thank you,
Hell yeah.
Metal Slave.
That's not cheap.
Yes. That ain't cheap. Bar King for 22. I don't even like American Hand Egg, but Hail 199. Thank you. Mad Frog, being Super Bowl champs means other teams play harder against U.S. champs. Teams tend to win close games because other teams press and make mistakes. KC, for example, would get lucky because teams press.
Hey, the Chargers got lucky, man. They made a lot of mistakes late in the game. And usually when you make mistakes against Kansas City, they'll come back to fucking take advantage of that and bite you in the ass. The Chargers got lucky.
I had a buddy that said, wow, this is the refs are clearly not on Kansas City's side this game. I go, it feels good, doesn't it? You know, for once. For
Feels
once.
normal.
But also, I believe nobody fears Kansas City's offense.
No.
Well,
Nobody does.
Kelsey, I mean, he had a big touchdown, but he also had a key drop late in the game as well.
He did.
It was wide receiver.
It came, yes, and I think that's the biggest impact in this game is what we were talking about. What I felt about the Kansas City Chiefs going into this season in general was, all right, Rashee Rice is back after he serves a 6-game suspension. Xavier Worthy is like another year of seasoning, but if he's not, like, I think this offense is going to fly when Rashee Rice is playing and Xavier Worthy is taking the top off of offenses, right? But then all of a sudden, Rashee Rice, you don't have him, suspended, bad driving, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 fucking plays into the game, Travis Kelce and Xavier Worthy run into each other. Travis Kelce is clearly a monster compared to Xavier Worthy because Xavier Worthy went flying like a fucking rag doll. And it looked to me like he dislocated his shoulder.
That's the report this morning.
What's that?
That's the report this morning. That's a dislocated shoulder, going to miss a couple weeks.
I didn't even see that. It's just like, from me, what I saw them doing on the sidelines was it looked like they were putting it back in. And that's not going to require surgery probably, but you're going to be a little tender for a couple weeks before you can actually go. So once these game plans, now it's the same Chiefs team that we've seen lately, which struggles downfield, and it's just got a chink and chunk down the field. And even with all that said, I still thought they had a chance later in the game. And if you're all pro tackle, or if you're all pro fucking defensive tackle, Chris Jones doesn't randomly go inside to try to make a sack instead of just keeping Herbert in the pocket, maybe they do get the ball back.
Yeah, hats off to Herbert, though. He looked good. He played a good game.
He looked really good. Also, the play calling was incredible for the Chargers.
Harbaugh, 6-0, ATS, week 1 now.
Yep.
Yeah. Although Patrick Mahomes is going to get fucking destroyed by a DB like next time they get a chance. You guys saw him that guy on the sidelines.
That pissed me off. Yeah.
It pissed me off too, Will, because that DB held up because he was going out of bounds. So the DB held up because he didn't want to get a penalty. And what Patrick Mahomes do? He's like, I'm going to show this guy up, and fucking laid the shoulder on him. Fucking like put the hit stick on the guy.
Laid him out. And Twitter, like, who's that Packers backup who's on Twitter now? He's all over podcasts. Kurt. Yes, Menaheim or not that.
Kurt Benekirk or whatever.
Benekirk, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah,
Kurt Benekirk. He was like, DBs are gonna fucking headhunt Patrick Mahomes now.
And then people were tweeting out. I think it was the Eagles last year or something like that. They hit Patrick in when he was going out of bounds, but it was still in play, and they got flagged for it, for hitting him in like while he was still in bounds. It was a legal hit, and they got flagged. Yet he does that, and he doesn't get flagged for it.
Yep.
Well, he shouldn't get flagged.
No,
I mean, it was in play, but I mean, it's just if we're going to change the rules to where we're going to protect the quarterback can't then just use that to his advantage. And I mean, it's one thing when Mahomes
showed him up.
Yeah,
that's what Mahomes did. He showed him up.
Tiptoe down the sideline because he knows they're not going to hit him. But then another thing to put a shoulder in a guy.
It's the same thing with like them starting to abuse the quarterback slide. Like whatever rules on the books, you take advantage of it, right? This is why the Patriots want, like whatever rules on you take advantage of it. So if you can deke like you're going to slide and get somebody to hold up for a second. And it's fucking part of the game. Now, you shouldn't be surprised if you get your comeuppance. And next time you are stepping out of bounds or you do try to slide, you get fucking wrecked. And might they get a flag? Sure, they might get a flag, but you might get fucking wrecked.
Yeah, but you're going to teach them a lesson, though.
Yes.
You won't do that again.
I think, like, in that moment, for me, based on how the game was feeling, like, that felt to me like Mahomes was trying to fire up his team. Like, that's what that felt like to me. And it did work. You know, they were able to get, move down the field. Mahomes ends up running it in. But I think he's going to pay for that one. I think he's really going to pay for that one. Let's see. Jokes aside, good luck to all minus Will. Dolphins fan.
Oh.
We're not even playing each other. I'm just kidding.
Surprise, suspend Beardo for his subpar attempt at sarcasm.
I mean, it was kind of sarcasm.
Hockey's better. Just drop your gloves and fight. 5 minutes for fighting, perhaps a game misconduct. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct for spitting. I like football. But I'll still complain when it starts to not become football, and I'll still watch it, though. Stephen DeLeon, Buffalo Bills rule all. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Shout out West Texas. Fuck Ryan's hair. Stephen DeLeon rules all. You're going to jinx your fucking team. I'm rooting for your team this week. You're going to jinx them, Stephen. Beardo's oopsie poopsie for 5. What did Jim Kelly, former Bills quarterback, and Dick Cheney have in common? They both make shitty hunters. If you know, you know. Hashtag Bills Mafia.
What the fuck is this account?
Look at that.
What the hell?
That's you, bro.
Mods, get him out.
Mad Frog for 199. I still think Kelsey and Swift are a fake couple. I mean, you're still wrong, and that's fine. But yeah, I know everybody desperately wants to have your goddamn conspiracy theories about all this, but it turns out that the most famous people in the world usually also date the most famous people in the world. Like, that's kind of how it works. Taker for $2. Was Beardo doing his RFK when trying to say Kirk?
Did I stutter that bad? My bad.
I don't know. Maverick Miller, 100% crush QBs when they run. Teach him not to fake.
Yep.
You got to. You got to. All right, we
got
to talk now.
Remember when Kenny Pickett did that fake slide in college and they banned it?
Yeah. That was a sick move, dude.
It was slick.
It was a sick move. All right, I got to find the damn Eagles. I got it up here somewhere, but holy shit, here it is. Not Eagles, the Phillies. The Phillies story. Every once in a while, you see a sports story that transcends just sports media and people talking about sports and becomes a completely viral thing. That's what we saw the other night with the Phillies Karen. This woman quickly became one of the most hated people in the entire nation overnight. And very deservedly so. Public shaming required. But this is what happened. Phillies fan causes uproar after demanding home run ball from father and son. And what a picture this is of this delusional Karen.
Terrified.
A man who is like hugging his son, and he looks absolutely horrified that this woman is here. To set all this up, sitting there, Phillies Marlins game, I believe, and a home run gets hit. And of course, everybody's scrambling to get the ball, as you always do. Look at this. What a moment. A dad gives it to his son until this crazy bitch comes along. This crazy bitch who is demanding the ball back. You stole it from me. How could you do that? You took that. It was in my hand. You took it from me. And demands a ball back from like a 10 or 11-year-old boy. And eventually, the father caves and says, hey, let's just give it to her and get her out of here. Get the fuck out. Bye.
And she ran off like she deserved it.
Yep.
This Corella DeVille-looking cunt fucking took the ball from a child, and when
That's
she got it
Elizabeth
back, she was like, yeah, that's my ball. What an evil fucking bitch.
It's crazy. And yeah, you can actually hear her, which she sounds about exactly the way you'd think. I'm glad you earned that, I think is what got yelled. And
jeez.
and look, this woman was then getting mocked for like the entirety of the rest of the game. People were booing her. She was going over to fight people. Watch this. She's sitting down right here, and she walks over to confront somebody who's booing her about it. Look at this.
Yeah, you tell it. Woo! Oh, shit. She took it from the little kid, bro. Oh, shit.
So she's bitching at this guy now. She goes back. She's getting booed by all these people.
The classes are up. Karen is ready.
She's fighting with these people. She starts flipping everybody off and holding the ball up. This bitch got destroyed. Absolutely annihilated. And then the Marlins, good on the Marlins for coming over and saying, hey, we saw what happened. We got you a gift bag.
Love it.
And it was his birthday too.
It was. And she's like, it's not okay that happened to you, like all this stuff. And then, like, this kid, hold on. I'm going to explain a little bit more, then we got to like have a discussion about this. Because then the Phillies and Harrison Bader bring the kid and his family down. They talk to him after the game. He gets a signed bat from Harrison Bader. They 100% do the kid right. And he's got, like, the family's now got gifted, like, an RV by somebody. And, like, all this stuff. Very good things are happening to this family.
Awesome.
But this bitch is never going to be forgotten. Like, Phillies Karen is now going to be a thing. She's being publicly shamed. There are people that are trying to dox her where she works, get her fired, all of this stuff. Look, I don't think that people should get fired just for being assholes, but nobody cares about this woman at this point. Everybody fucking hates her, and rightfully so. But what do you guys think about the dad and how he handled the situation?
I didn't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like that he gave the ball back to her.
It's difficult because, yeah, he shouldn't have given in. He should have told this bitch off. His mannerisms and, you know, how he caved into her, I don't like as a dad. But it worked out for them because the kid got, you know, more than just a home run ball. He got the whole haul. So it's weird, man. It's bittersweet.
I feel similar to it. Like, if I was in this position, I would not have given this stupid bitch the ball. I probably would have caused an even bigger scene, like to the point where maybe both of us ended up getting kicked out or whatever. But like, I would have never given that ball to this fucking crazy lady.
Yeah,
I see both sides because I mean I lean towards that side. I mean, especially if it's just her, I'd be like, no, get the hell out of here. But you can make the case like he just wants to de-escalate, protect his son and just give him the ball and de-escalate the situation. It's just a ball, you know.
Yeah, he's de-escalating for sure.
And that's what he did. And like, just like get this fucking crazy person away. Just like, whatever, let's just continue to enjoy our night. And honestly, it worked out really well for them. Like, it worked out very well for him and his son and his family and all of this stuff. And it worked out really poorly for this bitch. So ultimately, I still think that in the heat of the moment, there's no way I would give that ball up.
Nope.
I wish it would have been you.
That might have been the wrong decision. Might have done the very right thing based on how it turned out for him, even if that's not how I would have handled it. But I
agree with you, Ryan. I don't think she should lose her job or anything like that. She's already she's getting public backlash. She's not gonna be liked by anyone, and people that know her are gonna be embarrassed.
Yeah, she's gonna get cooked when she goes into work on Monday.
Well, and here's the honest truth: everybody who already knows her in real life already know this about her. So it's not going to be news to them that she's a fucking crazy bitch. They already know. Her job already knows how she is. This isn't out of her personality. So she's showing her true colors. So, yeah, she shouldn't get fired over anything, but everybody close to her. If she was like my manager
or something, I'd walk in on Monday just be like, here's the ball. Don't fire me. Here's the ball. Toss her baseball.
Yeah, ultimately, look, I think this woman's a piece of shit. I hope she gets mocked repeatedly for it. I hope the next time she goes to a game that she gets booed out of the freaking building. I hope all that happens, right? Because I think those are the ramifications for showing what a tool you are. Taking a ball away from a child that you didn't get. We've got slow-mo replay. Her with her fucking phone in her hand. Like she didn't get the ball. He got the ball. And she went over there and Storm made a big deal about this thing. You decided to turn it into a big deal. Now it is a big deal and everybody hates you. But I think as we've seen with, cancel culture and all this stuff over the years, I think like calling for people to be fired and trying to get people fired just for being kind of a bitch or an asshole. I like bitches and assholes exists. I'm one of them out there. And I don't think that, I just don't think that you should get fired from your job because you were a bitch to somebody at a baseball game. That's unless you work for if you work for this team in some capacity and you're doing your job, that's a different story. Yeah. But if you're just going, I don't think people should get fired for that shit.
Would it have been different if she was fighting for the ball and doing this because she was getting it for her own little kid? Would that be different?
No, you got to get it.
No,
she didn't get the ball. She didn't have possession of it.
Yeah, she missed it.
No,
man.
I don't. It
wasn't even in her row. The ball bounced underneath the seat and the man's row.
She says it was in her hand, Beardo.
There's no way. There's no way.
They've got a different angle. I don't have it pulled up, but there is a different angle of the story where of the thing where you can see she never had it. It was like down on the ground and people were like scrambling for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But she never had the ball in her hand. It was hit towards her. She didn't get it. Well, I had an experience like this at a minor league game. At a minor league game in, where was it? I think I was in Norfolk at the time. I think it was a Norfolk Tides game. And I caught 3 foul balls that game. Okay. And the third one comes in and I grab it. And this stupid entitled black bitch who was sitting like across the aisle from me, some fat piece of shit. You got too many. Why don't you share? Why don't you share? And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Right? You think I'm going to give you this ball? You think that you deserve it? You think you've done something for it? And she's like, yeah, why not? You already got 2. You don't need a third one. And I said, you know what? You're right. And I like walked over to her and she like held out her hands like she's getting reparations or some shit. Walked right past. I saw a little like 5 or 6 year old girl who was a couple rows behind and I like gave it to her.
Good.
And she was pissed, dude. She was fucking furious. Never forget the look on her stupid face.
Hell yeah.
Dude, this lady wanted the ball so bad she should have brought a glove. Catch that thing.
You want it, you got to get it. That's the rule.
Yeah.
That's the rule. You want it, go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We said that from Beardo's Oopsie Poopsie.
And
Toasted foolery for 2. Go Bills! Back to work on a new stadium tomorrow. That's awesome. McCock for 5. Jesus. Stop bullying Beardo. He has a gentle soul. He will cry. I got you, buddy. That's rough.
Man.
I would have decked that, Karen, but that's the rigger in me. But I digress, Cole Hauser. I wouldn't have hit her. I would not have let her get that ball. And I like firmly said like that would be what I would do in the situation. There's no way like I would let that woman take a ball from my son.
Oh my
but ultimately,
gosh.
seeing the way it turned out, I probably would have made the wrong decision.
Have you seen
I know. I'm
this
glad it
one?
worked out for the kid. I'm glad it did.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fuck, man.
She was bragging. She was like holding it up and showing it off to everybody, flipping people off. She was so proud of what she did.
It was probably your first time ever at a baseball game.
It's a baseball, like give it to the kid.
Well,
go to fucking Target and buy one.
Well, hold on. It is a baseball, but it's not just a baseball. For instance, if I caught that ball and that was mine, and that dad came up to me and was like, "Hey, can I get that ball for my kid?" You're like, "Fuck you!" Like, that's fine.
Yeah,
but it's not just a base like that. Like you catch a home run, that's fucking cool.
I know, but it's a home run ball at a Marlins game. I mean, it's not like Aaron Judge breaking the all-time home run record ball or anything like that.
Still, I'll dive over things to catch a foul ball.
Yeah, and if you earn it, get it. But I mean, the fact that she flipped out like that, it's like,
but I ain't never giving it up. Except for that one minor league ball I did give up to a little kid, but I already had to. The Raven and Writing Desk, member for 17 months. Thank you. Little Orphan Funkhauser, whose team on the panel ends with the best record?
Ooh,
That's tough. That is
tough. We're all fans of shit teams right now.
Well, yeah, I think that the Patriots and the Bears are going to have similar seasons. I really haven't looked at the Patriots schedule.
That's crazy.
Second easiest in the league.
It's probably going to be the Cowboys, and that ain't saying much.
And John's already one game below us right now. So I mean,
Cowboys are finishing third or last in the NFC East.
Like I see all of our teams except Beardo's being around the 8-win category.
Yeah, I was 8 wins.
I think the Giants get 7 or 8 wins. Seriously, 7, 8 wins.
They have the Giants have the hardest schedule.
Yes, they do.
The absolute hardest by a mile.
Because they have to play the NFC North, obviously.
I think 7 or 8 wins is realistic for the Giants. Well, like, that's the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm predicting an 8-9 season for the Bears. You know,
how many
that's
of our
what I
teams
think
play each other?
What's that?
How many of our teams play each other?
We play the Giants, yeah.
Yes, we do.
Of course, we play Giants 2 times.
We play the Giants too
next week, John.
First.
Hey, we play the Cowboys at some point this year.
We got Cowboys next week, and then I think Cowboys Giants the very last game of the season. And the Giants have the Eagles 2 out of 3 weeks. Right, Will?
Yeah. It's a tough stretch too for the Giants in that spot.
Yep, the Giants have the hardest strength of schedule this year, which I don't get.
Well, you have this defending Super Bowl champs in your division, and then you play the North. So
you know who the second hardest fucking schedule is?
Bears.
The fucking Bears.
Yeah.
But let's before we dive into the NFL, we got maybe one more thing to talk about. Then we'll go full in. We got to talk about the WNBA a little bit, and honestly, might be the last time we talk about the WNBA because there's really no reason to pay attention anymore. Caitlin Clark, after nursing an injury almost all season long, just the other day, was officially ruled out for the remainder of the 2025 season. And honestly, this season was one in which the WNBA realistically could have taken a big step forward. You know, even with all the controversy that went on last year, they still had more eyes on them than they'd ever had before. Second season of Caitlin Clark, all this stuff. But instead, not only did bad luck with injuries kind of ruin it, but also they themselves, the women that are a part of this league, the announcers, everybody involved with the WNBA, they are not serious. They are a joke of a league. And now with no reason to tune in, with Caitlin Clark officially being gone, what could have been a record-breaking season for them is now just another one. And that comes as Angel Reese is having complete and total meltdowns, by the way. The other side to this coin. Angel Reese faces uncertain future in Chicago after publicly torching her teammates. So yes, Angel Reese and all of her, and all of her brilliance goes out there and decides that amidst a horrible season for the Chicago Sky, that it would be a good time to trash her teammates, talk about how old Courtney Vandersloot is, how I don't know if I'm going to stay here or not, but I might be willing to move on because I got to be able to play with better people effectively.
Wow.
And she got suspended. The Chicago Sky suspended her for a half, and I think that's going to take place today, for a half after she publicly expressed frustration with the team. And here's one of the other things that she said. This move comes days after Reese spoke candidly about her frustrations with the team's losing season, that she was not settling for the same shit next year. This is a second-year player, by the way, who can't make a layup. I'm very vocal about what we need and what I want, emphasizing the team's need for more strong players. I'd like to be here for my career, but if things don't pan out, obviously, I might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me. But while I'm here, I'm going to try to stay open-minded about what I have here and maximize that as much as I can. So basically saying that your teammates are dog shit. And she did get suspended for that. She came out with some fucking apology that, well, let's just listen to her dumbass.
I don't think I'm frustrated. I probably am frustrated myself right now. I think the language is taken out of context, and I really didn't intentionally mean to put down my teammates because they've been through this.
No accountability.
They busted their ass, just how I busted my ass. They showed up for me through thick and thin in the locker room when nobody could see anything. So
fucking fake victim bullshit. I'm frustrated that my stuff was taken out of context and that it hurt my teammates who have been there for me because I've been attacked so much, and they see all of that stuff and they were there for me. Like, no fucking ownership, no accountability. This is Angel Reese, and she said she gave them an apology. Yet she still got suspended.
Who's suspending her from the league or the team?
The team.
The
team. Good.
The team.
For half.
She's asked for it, man. All the attention, all the backlash, the social media stuff, it's all on her. And it started back at LSU when she was taunting Jaylen Carter. Like, she's asked for all of it. If she would have just fucking kept her attitude and her mouth shut and wasn't so fucking outlandish about all this, saying to the media, well, you ain't just watching the WNBA because of one person. You're watching because of me, too. And I want y'all to realize that. If she would just be humble and keep her fucking mouth shut, she would have none of this attention. Negative attention.
Yeah, she brings all this hate on herself. And then correct. It's never any accountability. It's always like everyone's trying to spin it. Like when you go up there and taunted Jaylen Carter, right? Yep. When you went and did that, when you tried to do that, and everybody's misinterpreting it. No, nobody misinterprets shit. You think you're really fucking smart and that no one can really just understand what you're doing because you're this many levels above us? Angel Reese, you're a fucking retarded bitch. Everyone knows exactly what you're saying. You open your mouth, you make mistakes, you say stupid things, people call you on it, and you play victim. Good riddance. Like, I am glad. I'm glad that the WNBA missed their chance to actually be impactful this season, because none of these people, with a few exceptions, deserve any success. So, sorry for interrupting our NFL programming with a weekly WNBA story. But now that Jaylen Carter's not here, don't really matter too much.
What are you gonna do?
I just looked, and there's a league where I have defensive players for fantasy. I started Jaylen Carter.
Wow.
Attaboy.
We actually had this conversation before some of this stuff happened. But before you came on. But when it comes to Jaylen Carter and all that, some people are like, will you get refunded if you took a ticket or like we're betting an over or whatever for Jaylen Carter? And I don't think so. He got kicked out. It's not like he was a scratch.
Yeah. So Will, if on Thursday night, if you were to place a bet on Jaylen Carter total tackles and assists or sacks or whatever, and he got ejected before even playing a snap, would most books give you a refund if you put a bet on that?
Depends where you're at. So the books in Vegas, no. The offshore books, no. Like the ones I bet on, no. FanDuel, DraftKings, all of them, yes, they will. Why? Because they have more. They appeal to the normie better, and they want those guys to come back and keep betting. And they ban or limit anyone that's a professional sports bettor. You can't get anything down once you start winning on one of those books. So they'll go out and say, hey, if you had the under, congratulations, you won. If you had the over, we'll refund your bet. And they do it as a PR move, which is smart on them because they know those guys are going to come right back, throw it on some crazy parlay. Yeah. So, but most sports books, like in Vegas, the serious ones or the serious offshore ones, they will not do it. They'll say, tough luck. You made the bet. If someone gets hurt in the first quarter, tough luck.
Over on the Rumble side, in which we had about 4,000 people watching. Now it's dropping down rapidly. But thanks for all the support over on Rumble. Tank for $1 says the dad is a cuck. He should have told that Karen to sit down and shut the fuck up. Well, thank you. Thank you, Tank. Zenny Biscuit for $5. And did the stream crash on Rumble? What the fuck? It went from 4,000 to now it says 1. Like it's not even live. But don't know exactly what's going on there. Let me make sure it's still live.
It says it's live. It's on the top page.
Yeah, that's weird. So it might just be a glitch on my side. But Zenny Biscuit for $5 couldn't send this through YouTube for some reason. Today, the White Sox #1 fan canonized his first saints, including the first millennial saint, Cairo Acutus. I heard that we had some that we just had some saints that were or mentioned, and yeah,
New Orleans
White Sox fan Pope made a couple saints. I can't say I know too much about the people that were, but yeah, so I don't know exactly what happened. But shout out to the people. Yeah, there's like people chatting. They're like, yeah, it says one viewer. Am I the one viewer? But obviously, you are not all the one viewers. But thank you. Don't know exactly what happened out there. Beardo, that one-headed gem from Jacoby Lane, catch of the week, right on Trojans.
Right on, man. Thank you for the $5.
John Getz Gaming for 5. Reese is slowly turning into the LeBron of women. I need more help. I'm the victim. I'll just leave and get my rings. Except it's even more pathetic. Quickly turning in. Like, not slowly, quickly. That's who she is, basically. Mad Frog. Reese is Dennis Rodman. Rebounds don't sell tickets. Me-bounds don't sell tickets. Angel Reese needs a strong man like Ryan. Not like me. Not like me. The Tampa Bay Rays are getting their stadium repaired. The city said Tropicana Field, our cathedral of misery and sadness, must endure. I hope I hope that's not the case. Honestly, I hope that's not the case. Because that's just weird. Not that I know they didn't say that, our cathedral of misery and sadness, but I hope that they don't get it repaired because that is a shithole. That stadium sucks. They need a new one.
Yeah.
They should move to Orlando. Irish Skywalker for 10. Of the dozens or so fans the WNBA has, one of them should throw a 10-inch rubber show of appreciation on the court, as they have in the past for Angel Reese. Go Lions!
Hell.
Well, with that being said, let's get into what we have going on.
Oh,
in NFL
man.
Week 1.
I'm ready. Let's go, man. Feels good.
It does feel good.
Unless you're John and you already lost on Thursday. Sorry,
yeah, that's
John.
true. John was like, I was ready for it too, but then this happened.
Well,
but your team looked good, John, so you should be happy, right?
What?
Your team looked good, so you should be happy.
No.
Yeah.
Not so much
Not a
about being
beauty
happy,
pageant.
but at least being like, well, maybe this season could be better than we thought, type of thing. That's the type of attitude I would have, honestly, going into that. But let's get it started. Let's go through some of these games. Buccaneers, Falcons, kicking off at 1 p.m. Buccaneers on the road against the Falcons. Obviously, Bucs had a really solid year last year. Hoping to replicate some of that. Falcons looking to continue to take a step forward. Bijan Robinson, Michael Penis Jr. Who you guys got? What do you think about this game? I'm taking the Bucs on the road.
I'm taking the Bucs on the road too. The Falcons' offensive line is a little banged up. We don't know much about Michael Penis. He had a few starts last year, but first year as a starter. I don't trust the Falcons, man. They're a big question mark. I like the Bucs, and I don't think the Bucs are gonna take a step back because they lost their offensive coordinator. This has been 2 seasons in a row that the Bucs offensive coordinator got promoted to a head coaching position. I don't think Baker's gonna take a step back. I like the Bucs.
Give me the Bucs. Baker Mayfield is going to show up today. I think he's going to replicate his season he had last season.
I'll take the Falcons.
Will's got the Falcons. Yeah.
I got the Falcons. This to me is, the Falcons a couple weeks ago lost their right guard. Not great. But the Bucs, we're going to see. Listen, Baker, I think Baker is a good quarterback. A lot of people are saying, Liam Cohen was the reason why they resurrected his career. I don't agree with that. I think Liam Cohen is a great offensive coordinator and offensive mind, and he got the most out of Baker that Baker could get out of him, or any quarterback that Cohen works with. So I don't think we're going to see a better season than what Baker put up last year. This is a fun divisional game. The divisional home dog, the trend leans towards them. I like the Falcons in this one. I love the under, actually, because if you look, and it's scary in a Bucs-Falcons game because these can either go way under or way over. But both quarterbacks didn't play in the preseason. If you look at the stats and trends, quarterbacks that don't play in the preseason, and if you count for both teams don't have them, it's 65% to the under. So I love the under in this one, but I'm going to go with the Falcons at home.
Yeah, and I think in general, I think we, as the general public, not counting Will, fucking bet shark over there, I think we, as the general public, tend to undervalue the significance of home and road, and like the advantages and disadvantages and stuff like that. I do think this will be a close one, but I do have the Bucks winning. We've got another.
Falcons did beat them twice last year too.
They did. We've got another road division favorite with the Bengals and the Browns. I don't think that that home field advantage is going to be enough for the Browns. We've seen the Bengals misstep a lot out of the gate over the last couple of years, but I think there's a Bengals team that better fucking come out motivated with something to prove, and I think they'll do it against the Browns and Joe Flacco.
5.5 point favorite for the Bengals. I like the Browns to cover, but I'm still picking the Bengals. I think this is going to be a field goal game. Joe Flacco for the Browns is familiar with this offense. He's familiar with the Kevin Stefanski system. He's been there, Jerry Jeudy and Njoku, but the Bengals have like two of the best quarterback wide receiver combo in the league. Although their defense does suck. I think Joe Burrow could throw for fucking 4 or 5 touchdowns today, but the Browns will keep it close. Bengals to win, but I think the Browns cover.
The Bengals are going to win this game. Joe Burrow, best QB in the league, man. He, like you said, Beardo, this dude could probably throw 10 touchdowns in this game. He may need all 10. His defense stinks. Yeah. Absolutely stinks, but I can't pick against Burrow in this game.
Yeah, I'm on the Bengals too, but I agree with Beardo. I think they win it by field goal. I think the Browns are going to keep it close just because the Bengals defense is so terrible and the Bengals offensive line is not great. And then one thing that Cleveland's got going for them is a pass rush. Even though it's piss and rain there, I still love the over in this one. If you're ever going to bet on Jerry Jeudy props, this is the game to do it. I would ladder Jerry Jeudy up if you're a sports bettor out there, and Flacco to go over his yards because I think Flacco's competent enough to pick apart this Bengals defense.
Dolphins, Colts. Again, similar. There's a lot of these in here in the first couple that we're going to look at, but we do have actually, no, Indy's the favorite. Didn't that start off Dolphins favorite and then is flipped, Will?
Yep.
No.
Yep.
Yes,
really?
It did start off Dolphins favorite and that is flipped. As people are, giving the Colts that edge because of that home field. The Colts, who have been a mess at quarterback the past couple of years, but still continue to be a halfway decent team, no matter who's kind of back there. Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones will get the start against the Dolphins. And what I feel like this might be the last season for Mike McDaniel down there if things don't work out. I am taking the Dolphins by a nose. I don't feel very confident, especially with them on the road. But that's my pick.
Miami. A lot of missing pieces on offense this year. They lost Jonnu Smith, traded him away to Pittsburgh. They also they lost a running back as well. I think the Dolphins are going to be a mess. I think they're going to be lost on offense. Tyreek Hill don't even want to fucking be there. They lost Jalen Ramsey, but picked up Mika Fitzpatrick. He might have lost a step. Maybe that's why Pittsburgh was willing to give him away. And the Colts are going to be a huge question mark this year. We don't know what the hell we're going to get with the Colts. Maybe change of scenery is good for Daniel Jones. Who knows? But they have weapons at wide receiver, weapons at tight end. Jonathan Taylor's always do. I like the Colts today. Give me the Colts.
I have no confidence in this pick, but I'll take the Colts. I really don't even want to pick this game because I believe it's going to stink, but give me the Colts just because they're at home.
Yeah, I'll take the Colts as well. I don't feel good about this pick, but I think that Dolphins defense is not that great. And Danny Dimes can use his legs and run, so I think that's what's going to keep him in this. I'll go with the home team.
I think they should feed JT the ball as well, just in general. If they are going to be good, Jonathan Taylor needs to have a big year for them, 100%. So we'll see what they do.
Plus a solid offensive line.
Yes. Colts, the small favorite. Now, we get to the Raiders at New England. Raiders, Patriots. Will, what do you think about this game?
I got the Raiders in this one. The big factor in this one for me was Christian Gonzalez, our best defensive player and our best lockdown corner, is not going to play. It looks like he's going to be out a couple of weeks with a hamstring injury. Our offense is better, but it's not great, and it's a bunch of old pieces that they add to it. I love Drake May, but it's a tough start of the season, and I think the Raiders, our defense they spent a lot of money on the defense, but I think it's going to take a while to mesh. Brock Bowers is probably going to eat us up. They don't have a real solid number one wide receiver, but so I'd feel better if Christian Gonzalez is there. At least they'd be able to take away whoever is that number one wide receiver. But I expect Raiders to be able to run and move the ball. I like the under in this game the best because I think both these teams are going to focus on ground and pound. I mean, you got defensive-minded head coaches who love running the ball. So I would go with the under in this one, but I think the Raiders get it done.
Fun note, Pete Carroll, I believe, is making history as the oldest head coach.
Yes.
Which is crazy. One, because he's 73. He doesn't act 73. Like no
he's
one
carrying two bags into the stadium. Like a 73-year-old man carrying two big bags into the stadium.
Yeah. He's a very young 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also the fact that 73 is the oldest is also just a crazy fact, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, remember Tom Coughlin for the Giants? That he looked fucking 80.
He looked 80 when he was 50. Yeah. You're 100% right. But my take on this game is I do think that the Patriots are going to put together. I think they're going to put it together. I like Drake May this year. I like what they've got, their options at running back. I think they've got good depth at running back. And I think the Patriots are going to take this one. I think they win by a field goal and probably cover that 2.5. And they get off to a 1-0 start in the Mike Vrabel era.
I like the Patriots. Mike Vrabel, Josh McDaniels. We're getting back to that Belichick era in New England. I think Drake May I think he's an up-and-coming good quarterback. I think the Patriots are a few years away from competing in the AFC East. With that being said, give me the fucking Raiders today with Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, new regime in Las Vegas with Pete Carroll. Geno Smith, he's due for a pick. He'll probably throw one today. That doesn't matter because the Raiders are going to fucking win this game.
Wow. There it is.
Give me the Patriots by a field goal. I think that Mike Vrabel is about to make a statement here that, hey, I can get this done. Look what I did in Tennessee. Forget about that other guy. Who's the DI coach they had before?
Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, forget about it. His days are over.
The DEI, the black man is called, the other black man, the DEI hire.
I love it.
That is good. Gerard Mayo was a great fucking player for the Patriots.
Yeah, great player.
But I don't know if you could be like, man, he should have got handed the keys to this when he didn't have any experience. I agree
remember
with you,
he said he saw Reese in his opening press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, look what it got him. He got
one and done.
Just let you know too. I do agree. This comes down to a field goal game, and the Raiders have a better kicker than us. Daniel Carlson, veteran.
One more comment on the Colts, I guess, because we just moved off that. If that fucking Seth piece of shit, that retarded fuck that does those songs, if he wasn't out there doing those songs and they weren't out pushing him, I might have a better chance of picking the Colts. But as long as he is living in this world, I have a reason to pick against the Colts every fucking week.
This is our Colts.
Respect.
This is our team. We bleed blue. Come on, Ryan.
I hate that dude with every fiber of my being. I hope bad things happen to him. Cardinals at Saints. Saints who are looking to potentially be one of the worst teams. So a lot of people think they could be one of the worst teams this year. Cardinals, Kyler Murray was sick this morning. So he is going to play, but there was a late addition to the injury report. Kyler Murray is sick. Oh, and by the way, link in the description on both YouTube and Rumble, guys. If you want to play confidence picks, we've got a pick'em league that's there. Link is in there. You still got 15 minutes. You missed out on the first 2 games of the week, but it's rolling every week throughout the entire thing. So you guys can play with us for free if you want. Last minute to kind of finalize those picks for everybody else. But Kyler Murray and the Cardinals hoping to finally maximize the potential, the glimpses that we see of what Kyler Murray and this offense could do at times. And I do think the Cardinals head into town and take care of business, mostly because I think the Saints are going to be really bad.
This game is puke. It's vomit. I hate it. Cardinals over the Saints. James Conner over on his rushing yards. Take the Cardinals. John.
I'll
take
my pick. I forgot. Give me the Saints at home. Give me the
big
Saints
upset.
at home.
Ooh,
Give me the upset.
I respect it. I'll take the
Spencer
Cardinals.
Rattler, you know.
There's
Spencer
gonna
Rattler,
be some upsets.
Kellen Moore.
This will be one of them.
Yeah, I'll take the Cardinals. Even if Kyler Murray is sick and has to come out, they got Jacoby Brissett back there. He can beat the Saints defense. We're good.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see too much of this game. Interesting matchup here, week 1. Aaron Rodgers against his former team, the Jets. Justin Fields, the new era. Justin Fields for the Jets. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers will want to make a statement. They are on the road. I do have the Steelers in this game. I think that Aaron Glenn overall could be very good for the Jets long term as their new head football coach. I think he brings a good swagger and like the type of vibe and energy that he brings. I don't think this is going to be that year that they get it turned around, but I'm taking the Steelers as much as it pains me.
I'm taking the Steelers too. Give me the steel curtain. TJ Watt just got paid. He's going to be playing hard, rough, stiff, bricked up. Fucking, what's his name? Justin Fields. Sometimes it looks like he doesn't even know what sport he's playing. Okay. He looks lost out there. I think the Jets are going to be trash. Give me the fucking Steelers.
Yeah, give me the Steelers too. I believe that the Jets are going to be awful. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a pretty good game here. So roll with the steel curtain.
In New York, though, in the rain. The Patriots game and the Jets-Steelers game looks like it's going to be rain games today.
And the Cleveland game.
Yeah.
That one's it's pissing rain there. I'll take the Steelers. The biggest thing that put me on them was the defense. Everyone's talking about, Fields can run. Maybe he'll be able to run. Well, the Steelers see Lamar Jackson twice a year, and actually Lamar Jackson's numbers rushing is the worst against the Steelers because they know how to contain him. And the fact that Fields was on the team last year, I think the Steelers are going to have a good game plan defensively. So as long as Rodgers cannot turn the ball over, which he typically doesn't do, and just play average, I think Steelers should win this one easily.
I agree. And you bring up a good point, like that they practiced against Justin Fields, all of last year. So they know exactly what he's capable of and not capable of. So, Giants against the team formerly known as the Redskins, now the Washington Commanders. Beardo, what's this game going to be like?
Redskins went to the NFC Championship last year. Jaden Daniels rookie year. Sophomore slump incoming for Jaden Daniels. I think the Redskins are going to take a huge step back this year. New look Giants offense. Added some pieces on defense. That defense is going to be scary this year. Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. That defensive front is lethal. Okay. Russell Wilson, great deep ball threat. Russell Wilson, very consistent. Not only are the Giants going to cover, the Giants are going to fucking win today.
Ooh. Slow your roll right there.
So
give me the Redskins.
Give
me the Redskins, but I believe the Giants do cover.
I am fully on board with your statements about the Commanders and the Redskins and us taking a step back and Jaden Daniels. I think that when you look at the list of quarterbacks that Jaden Daniels beat last year, it's not fucking impressive, right? Not impressive at all. And a lot of times teams were maybe on their second quarterback because of injury and stuff like that. I don't think this team is as good as you would feel for an NFC Championship team last year. I think a lot of things went their way to get there. I do think you see a little bit of a step back. But I don't think, even with that step back, I don't think the Giants have taken a big enough step forward. I think the Redskins take it at home against the Giants.
I'm going to go with Giants. This is going to come down to defense, and I'm banking on their defense being up to the hype and Russell Wilson being a competent quarterback, which I think he will be out there. He's got some weapons to work with. We'll see. But I think it's going to be closer. I think the Giants actually come out and score first. I think they're going to look real good on that first drive. Then from there, we'll see. But, yeah, I'll take the Giants in that defense. And then you got to remember, Commander Scary Terry did not participate at
not
all.
participate in training
And
camp.
wide receivers who do that, not only are they a huge injury risk, but it takes them a while. Even CeeDee Lamb, a couple of years ago, when he held out, he said, "I wish I didn't do that because." He was talking with Micah this offseason about it. He goes, "I wish I didn't do that because it took me about 4 weeks to finally get in the groove of things." Luckily he didn't get hurt
of it, apparently. But yes, and there, according to reports, there are a couple packages of plays potentially for Dart today.
I love it.
Maybe
I love it.
So, Panthers, Jags,
Puke, vomit,
yeah,
disgusting.
We did see Bryce Young look like a different quarterback after that benching and then coming back in this Carolina Panthers team, and I think that based on how the first half of that season went versus the second half, they probably felt better going into this season. Jags, at some point, man, you've paid Trevor Lawrence, you've done all this stuff, you got your new head coach, Duval. I don't think the Jags are going to do shit this year. I think they're a cursed fucking franchise, but I do think they're going to win this game at home.
The Jags are going to win. Bryce Young Bryce Young stinks. He fucking sucks. He's 5'8". It's disgusting how bad Bryce Young is and the fact that they're trying to keep making Bryce Young a thing. He's 2 years away from being a career backup. Jaguars on paper on offense are very interesting. They have a lot of pieces. And I was saying on Game On this morning, surprised that Travis Hunter is going to be a starting wide receiver and a backup DB, because I think we all agree that Travis Hunter is probably a better corner than he is wide receiver. Jacksonville using him on offense. So we'll see what Trevor Lawrence can do. This is Trevor Lawrence do or die season until I think Jacksonville might start looking another direction. Jacksonville has to be good this year. And it's a good way to start week one against the fucking Panthers. Take Jacksonville.
Yeah. This game's going to suck. Jaguars, let's move on.
Two things the Jags got going for them. One, Travis Hunter shaved off his dreads. He showed up bald. I just saw it a little bit ago when we started the stream. So he shaved his head.
Yes,
and
yes,
two, Trevor Lawrence, first time, new dad vibes. You can't fade that. The Panthers. Ryan was talking about the Panthers' good run at the end of the season last season. It wasn't all that great. Yeah, they won some games, but they won them by 1 or 2 points, and one of them had to go to overtime. The other part is they had the easiest stretch the last 3 or 4 weeks of the season, so they weren't playing anyone that well, people that were already out of the playoffs. I think it was a little I think Panthers fans are a little optimistic off of that, and I don't think that's actually what they're going to look like. I'll take the Jaguars and Liam Cohen. I'm nervous about it because I think it's going to take a while. I do think Liam Cohen's going to get something out of Trevor Lawrence, but I don't know if we're going to see it week 1, but I'm hoping.
Another game that might be a stinker for different reasons. Titans Broncos. I believe this is the biggest spread of the week. Broncos at home against the, Cam Ward, number 1 overall pick, worst team of the year last year in the Tennessee Titans. I do think the Broncos are going to stampede the Titans, Sean Payton, and we saw what he was able to do with Bo Nix in this offense, getting a quarterback that he wants, that can run it efficiently. I think Bo Nix is going to have a really solid season. I think the Broncos are going to have a good year. But specifically for this game, I think the Broncos are going to destroy them.
I think the Broncos are going to have a good year as well, but similar to Jaden Daniels, I think Bo Nix is going to take a slight step back, just not as bad as Jaden Daniels. But I love the Broncos all day today against Tennessee.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. A lot of people think the Broncos actually are going to the Super Bowl. We'll have to see about that.
That's been like a popular kind of fringe pick that I have seen. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll take the Broncos. If you're a sports bettor, if you want to get a little risky, take the Titans money line and then also play Broncos -20. It's either going to be a close game, the Titans somehow win, or Broncos are just going to blow them out. Broncos had the biggest point differential last season. They did not let off the gas. They are not afraid to blow teams out.
Yeah, Sean Payton likes to send messages. So, 49ers Seahawks. 49ers. The 49ers are a team that we had high expectations for last year, and they had a lot of bad luck when it came to injuries, when it came to bereavement leave and stuff like that. It just did not work. They're hoping to get back to where those expectations were before. Christian McCaffrey dealing with a calf issue. It doesn't look as serious as it did last year.
He's full go, they said. He's full go, no limitations.
Yeah, full go. But obviously, they was listed on the injury report just a few days ago. I think they go up and play for 12th man, and I think they take care of business. New look Seahawks, Sam Darnold, all that stuff. But I think the Niners go up there and give it to them. I think they're only favored by 1.5, but I'm taking the Niners.
A lot of division matchups today. This game is interesting to see what Sam Darnold will do outside of that Vikings offense that he had a lot of success in last year. I like the 49ers, though. And also, if you're going to do a prop bet today, Juwan Jennings is scoring a touchdown today. So that's a fucking easy.
Joanna Mo.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. So Juwan Jennings, anytime touchdown, 49ers win.
Yeah, 49ers. I think they're going to have I think the 49ers are probably going to have a bounce back year this season. So they'll start it off right in Seattle. Tough place to play, but I think they pull it out.
Yeah, I'm going with 49ers as well. Sam Darnold last year was gifted 3 or more seconds. He held on the ball for 3 or more seconds more than anyone else in the league. He was beat behind that Minnesota line. Meanwhile, Geno Smith last year, less than 2.5 seconds he had to get the ball out or else he was under pressure. We see what Sam Darnold looks like under pressure. I expect the 49ers to get pressure on him, so I'm going to go with the 49ers.
Lions Packers. I think this is going to be a great fucking game.
Yes.
This is one of the ones that I had the most trouble deciding. Packers, everyone's like, Packers going to the Super Bowl after the Micah Parsons ad. A lot of hype out there for the Packers. I don't have complete faith in Jordan Love at this point, but he is now surrounded by a lot of weapons. You've got some pieces on defense there. Micah Parsons will be playing. How much he'll play, that's probably a question. I don't think he's going to be playing every down. I think they'll use him a little bit sparingly, probably in known passing situations most of the game. And then the question mark surrounding the Lions is, how does this look with the departure of their play caller? All right. With the departure of Ben Johnson, will the Lions look the same? All of this stuff. I have the Lions by a nose because fuck the Packers. I am picking the Lions, but I think this is going to be a tight game.
I do not understand the love affair for the Packers this offseason. Even before they got Micah Parsons, everyone's putting the Packers in their top 4 teams this year. I don't fucking get it. I don't love Jordan Love. No pun intended. And they got some young weapons at wide receiver. They got Golden from Texas, but Jordan Love is always due for a pick. Here's another prop bet. Jordan Love anytime interception today. Fuck, he might even throw 2. I don't know how fucking Green Bay is favored. I understand it's at home, but fuck, the Lions by 2 scores today.
Wow, that's 2 scores?
Yeah.
I'm picking the Lions, but I don't know about 2 scores.
Maybe 2 field goals.
I'm thinking like by a touchdown.
Lions by 10.
Okay.
2 scores. I like the Packers, so I'll be contrarian here. I liked them before the Micah Parsons trade, and they didn't give up really anything. I guess Kenny Clark, but any active players for them. 2 reasons why I like the Packers in this one. Lions offensive defensive coordinator moved on. We saw that with the Eagles, how much they struggled a couple of years ago when that happened. And then 2, Jared Goff outdoors. At the end of last season, he played outdoors and he looked good. It's a 1-game sample. If you look out over his career, he does not play well on grass. So give me the Packers.
Texans, Rams. A lot of people like the Rams potentially this year if they can stay healthy, if everybody stays out there, if aging Matthew Stafford is able to stay healthy all season. I like them in this game. I do like the Rams in this game. I don't know if they're going to have the season everybody's talking. I love Sean McVay, and I love Matthew Stafford, and I hope everybody stays healthy this year. But for this game, I got the Rams against CJ Stroud and the Texans heading out to LA.
Matt Stafford's banged up. I think that Devontae Adams is a downgrade from Cooper Kupp, injuries aside. Rams on defense, I don't know who they are on defense. Give me the Texans. You got Nick Chubb back there. Nico Collins set for a big year. I think CJ Stroud bounces back this year. Give me the Texans to upset the Rams in LA.
Give me the Texans. I think that CJ Stroud is going to have a bit season this year. I think he's going to, that sophomore slump, That's over with. I think he's going to bounce back. He may be a dark horse MVP candidate.
I'm switching my pick from I originally sent you, Ryan, on this one. I was going to go with the Texans. Their defense is going to be a top 5 defense in the league. It's nasty. Their offense is going to could be scary, but what's more scary is that offensive line, and they traded away their best offensive lineman. So we're going to see how that offensive line ends up meshing. I just couldn't back Stafford and his back, no pun intended there. But, getting an epidural a couple weeks ago, that's not something you really want to put your money on. But what changed my mind and why I'm going to go with the Rams today is there's this contest in Vegas called the Circa Survivor, Circa Millions, and then they have the Circa Grandissimo, which to enter in it, it's a Survivor, and you have to pay $100,000 to get in. 69 people ended up entering into this. One person put his $100,000 entry week 1 on the Rams. That guy knows something I don't know, so I'm going to go with the Rams.
There you go. Yeah, I think it could
I mean, someone's put $100,000 on it, and I don't feel strongly. I mean, what can you do? Someone knows something.
He knows something. And then Ravens Bills. This is a fucking great game for Sunday Night Football in week 1. Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, 2 MVPs who have yet to actually win anything other than MVP. 2 quarterbacks who have been the next guys for a couple of years now. One of them's got to prove it. And I'm taking the Bills at home. You've already got the race war online from Lamar fans who are not happy about the MVP from last year. This is the race war in week 1, and I'm taking Josh Allen.
I don't have anything clever to say about this game except Bills.
I'm taking the white guy, Josh Allen.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to go Ravens. If you look at the games last year, Ravens blew them out in the first game. Second game in the playoff game, the Bills in the first game blitzed them 15% of the times. They blitzed Lamar 70% of the time in the playoff game and really got to him and threw him off. But even then, the Ravens, had they not fumbled 3 times and Mark Andrews dropped that catch, the Ravens are going to probably win that game too. The last game the Ravens played was the Bills, so they've had all summer to marinate on this. It's going to be curious. Watch to see if the Bills are blitzing heavy tonight, because that will tell you their game plan. I think the Ravens are going to be able to pick up that blitz after being able to have a whole offseason looking at it. So I'm going to take the Ravens.
All right. And then the Monday night game, Vikings, Bears. And of course, just 2 days before, you have an ex-Packers beat reporter who also grew up as a Packers fan in Tyler Dunn drop a completely unsourced story that goes contrary to every single thing that we've heard about what happened in the building with the Bears and Caleb Williams last year to get clicks. Pretty fucking ridiculous. This game, I think, is going to be much closer than most people are thinking based on what we've seen from some of the picks. I got the Bears at Soldier Field. Ben Johnson making a statement. Caleb Williams played okay against that Brian Flores Vikings defense, one of the only quarterbacks to even last year. And Ben Johnson is one of the only coordinators to consistently do good things, put up good numbers against Brian Flores. I still think this Vikings team is going to be really good. JJ McCarthy is effectively a rookie, so we'll see how all that works out. I think Kevin O'Connell could have a fucking fire hydrant playing quarterback, and they'd put up good numbers, to be honest with you. I am taking the Bears at Soldier Field.
I like the Vikings.
I like the Vikings too.
I'm on the Vikings. This is respect to Aiden to O'Connell. He it doesn't matter who he has back there at quarterback. I'm going to trust him that he's going to have his guy prepared. And then Caleb Williams dealing with this new offense, I think it's going to be scaled down, and that's really tough. I know you were saying Ben Johnson had success against Brian Flores' defense, but it's still your first game of the season is a Brian Flores defense and a new offense. I'm going to go with the Vikings and that defense, so I'll take the Vikings.
Well, as always, we'll be back here Monday evening quarterback tomorrow to talk about all these things, to talk about what we got right, what we got wrong. 3 minutes till kickoff. Super Bowl predictions. I got Bills over Eagles.
Wow. I'm right there with you. Same exact. Bills, Eagles.
Well, I'm
Bills
really glad
win.
I went first then.
Yeah. Why is that?
Man.
Why are you glad you
Then it would
went
look
first?
like I was copying you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I have Bills, Eagles, Bills.
Give me, man, I didn't even really think about this. Give me the Lions and the Bills. Give me the Bills.
There you go.
Okay. We all have the Bills. I have Niners 31, Bills 30. Bills miss a potential game-winning field goal.
Oh, throwback to the old days.
Curse lives on.
The curse continues. All right, let's catch up with these super chats, and then we're done, and we're gonna be watching football. Storm Shadow Beardo, nominate Leonella Montalva for Babe of the Week. If WNBA players look like her, sell more tickets.
Oh, jot it down. I don't know who she is.
Over on Rumble, which the numbers are back there. I don't know what the hell is going on there for a while. Snooty Mims for $20. Great Bros, Mod Eric K, Deconstruct, Dan the Man, BMO Beta, Mighty Megatron, King Kane, Rumsky, Patriot, and Alonzo Musk. Thank you, Snooty Mims, for always giving the nice shout outs there along with the Rumble rants. We appreciate it, man. The Lurker from Bama, Beardo. So when you got to make the transition, be an Eagles fan. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I'd rather Minecraft myself than be an Eagles fan. Although I was rooting for them on Thursday night.
Bro, there's something about teams that have like songs. You know what I mean? Pro teams that have songs. Bear
like
down.
the Florida States. Beardo nailed it.
I did.
That's right. The Lurker from Bama, all former Giants become Eagles.
Not all, but the good ones.
Rhombosaurus.
Hail to the rebellion.
Hail to the rebellion. Okay, there you go. I'm like, what is that? Alex McCarthy, Jags Packers will be the Super Bowl. Thank you, Alex. Alex is a Jags and Packer fan. Irish Skywalker for $5. It'll be a good game. However, I have the Lions beating the Fudge Packers in the not frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Yeah, this would be the only time at Lambeau the surface is good. So I agree with Beardo, of course. Go Lions.
Thank you.
Irish Skywalker. And I think that's it. We're all caught up. Thank you for those watching on Rumble. We do this every single Sunday at 11:30. Tomorrow we will be live. We might go live a little early just because we'll have so much to talk about. 6:30 maybe. 6:30 Eastern, Monday evening quarterback.
Okay.
We might do that. Tonight, Beardo, we got a locals watch party for Bills Ravens, right?
Yes. So we'll be live for Bills Ravens. What time's kickoff? 8:15?
8:20, something like that.
8:20. So we'll be live probably about 10 minutes before on locals. Me and Ryan will be there. I think we'll probably hop on, and we might have some other people on G&G joining as well. And I'm just going to be watching football all day. I'm going to be slamming beers, so I might be a little tipsy tonight when we go live, but it is what it is.
Yep. And that you can find that, become a member over on locals. It's in the description. You can find it. But yeah, exciting.
Yep.
John Matrix from Black and White Sports.
Just about to turn on not commercial free Red Zone and watch that, and probably have the local game on my tablet. So that's about it.
Yeah, I got Red Zone on as well. Getting ready for this. So thank you, John. Go check out Black and White Sports. And finally, Will from Game On. What do you got going on, man?
Football. Find me at Rumble Game On Show. Football. That's it. Let's go.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for a great stream. And we'll be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.